wa ta'ala open our hearts for Islam.
Ameen.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us Islam.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Sakina, and this past Thursday, April 11th, alhamdulillah, marks 4 years since I've taken my shahada, so I'm very thankful for that. I was raised loosely under the teachings of the Nation of Islam, and as I began to grow older, I began to realize that I didn't necessarily believe in the teachings that God was a human that walked the earth, or that there was no such thing as an afterlife. And when I was about 14, I decided to become an agnostic. So I believed in a higher being, I believed that there was a God and that I would be judged, but I didn't believe in any specific religions. So I started researching world religions. And I studied Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, pretty much everything, basically just trying to find myself. And when I got to high school, I ended up meeting one of my best friends, Bilqis, who is a Somali Muslim, and she started teaching me about Islam. In the beginning, I had a lot of misconceptions about Islam based off of things I heard in the media and, just stuff you hear, bad things. But once I started reading the Quran and researching it for myself, I started realizing that I did believe in all of this. So I knew I wanted to become a Muslim, but I didn't know how. So I basically went on YouTube and I saw how to say your Shahada. And one night when I was home alone, I just said it by myself in my closet because I was afraid of how my parents would react. So, I said Shahada alone in my closet. Alhamdulillah. Excuse me, I can be very emotional about it. And I became a Muslim, and I'm just very thankful for that. I was very fearful how to tell my family, and I was a Muslim in private for months before I told my parents or anyone. And I used to pray in secret, and I used to, try to practice as much as I could. And I didn't know any other Muslims around me, so I was very lonely. And all I had was the internet to try to learn about Islam and everything. So about a few months later, I made the decision that I wanted to tell my parents and start wearing hijab. And I finally told them, and alhamdulillah, they were very accepting. And it took them a minute to get used to it, but eventually, they understood. And so one day I looked online to find where I could buy some Islamic clothes to wear my hijab. And I found the Odds and Ends clothing store run by Sister Sana. And I went one day, and when I came in, she was just very kind and she was very welcoming. And she just gave me all these clothes and invited me to the House of Dawah. And I started going there, and I started becoming a part of the Ummah. I finally started making Muslim friends, and I wasn't alone anymore. And I'm just very thankful to have found the House of Dawah, because I'm so thankful that I was able to become a Muslim, and it's changed my life so much. And I'm so thankful every day for all the people that have helped me and everyone that has given me things and taught me about Islam, because it's very hard to be in the river and not having any Muslim family or many Muslim friends. You fast during Ramadan by yourself, you wake up in the morning for Sahur by yourself, you break your fast by yourself, because even though you have family and friends around you, they don't practice, they don't believe the same as you do. And oftentimes I get jealous when I see Muslims who had the privilege of, having courage to have in their ear when they were born, and who have their families and their friends and their communities that support them and are always there for them. But I'm just very thankful for the House of Dawah for being there for me, and they've taken me under their wing, and they've taught me about Islam, and they treated me as if I was a member of their own family. And I've come very far in Islam, and I try to learn as much as I can, and I'm just striving to be the best Muslim that I could be. Inshallah, one day my parents will hopefully, their hearts will be softened and they will accept Islam as well. But until then, I'm just going to try my best to give dawah to them, just like dawah has been given to me. Everyone just please remember, we're so blessed to be Muslims, and we're so blessed to be able to say La ilaha illallah, and we could die tomorrow, and Allah just blesses us so much. And I'm just so thankful that He had mercy on my soul and brought me to Islam, because I could still be out here doing the things I used to do, behaving the way I used to behave. And alhamdulillah, I'm standing here today as a Muslimah, as a hijabi. Alhamdulillah.
takbir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas sirata al-mustaqim. Sirata alladhina an'amta alaihim ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amin. First of all, let me say Alhamdulillah for this opportunity to give this portion of my story. With the mercy of Allah, the mercy of God upon my life. I want to entitle these few minutes just because of the way I think, why Islam? Several years ago, I journeyed to Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey, during my seminary career. While I was going to Istanbul, Turkey, one of my professors said, you should not just go there to visit, you should go there and you should study Islam. And so I did. And my heart was open because I realized that as a Christian, I had a great understanding of Jesus, of Isa alayhi salam, but I really did not understand God very well.